We're going to 10x your business through business development. This is a core foundational requirement in your business to drive sales and drive revenue. So as we look forward to the year, we're going to help you with trade shows, cold calling, lunch and learns, socials, and good old-fashioned getting on the road and hammering doors. Okay, so let's break them all down. So as we look forward and we think about how to build our business, how to drive our sales team, okay? A core activity, if you're in a niche market, and you've been able to identify that client, is just cold calling. It's undervalued in today's world. Everything driving digital, we do need to have a digital strategy. But if your salespeople or yourself aren't picking the phone up and calling your clients all the time, something's flawed in your strategy, okay? So cold calling, what do I mean by that? I mean identifying your client, building out a list. So that's step one. We need to build out a list, okay? How are we gonna do that? Lots of strategies, and we'll get into that in detail in another video. So like and subscribe if you're loving the content. We wanna be cold calling. So we're gonna get on the phone and we're just gonna hammer it out, okay? We're gonna call until we call it flipping rocks, okay? We're gonna flip rocks until we're gonna find the opportunity. So if you're talking with your sales team or yourself, you should be making between 6 and 20 calls an hour, depending on how the calls are going, right? But you can make a lot of calls in an hour and even be successful on 2-minute calls. Some of my biggest sales have come from 2-minute calls. Too often, people are sitting on the phone having conversations with people about their family and not taking the time to just ask for business. Remember, cold calling is to engage your client and ask for business. I'm going to do a video just on cold calling, so if you love that, get engaged and watch that video too. It'll be upcoming, okay? The next super simple one is lunch and learns. The power of lunch and learns, again, completely understated. You can go to a client, you can set up, you can do a whole presentation about your business. You grab them all lunch, get some sandwiches. It costs you peanuts for the amount of business that it can drive for your company. So let's say that you're selling specialty bolts to the construction industry, right? Find the big construction companies in your territory or area that you cover and ask, can I come in and do a lunch and learn for all of your team? Likely, they're gonna say yes. All of a sudden now, you've got their undivided attention for upwards of an hour, maybe more. You're not taking people's valuable time. One of the biggest challenges that people face when you're doing BD is you don't wanna be a pest. You need to be persistent, but not a pest. And you need to recognize that your client, every day that somebody goes to work, they have a need to get something completed. So they've got a manager behind them that's saying something along the lines of, get this thing for us. So go out and purchase this, or design this thing and get it made, or grab me this piece of software. You want to 10x your business? You need to be the phone number that they call. You need to be the person that they think of, or the business that they think of, that comes to mind when they need your product or service, okay? A lunch and learn is an opportunity for you to go to, let's say it's the construction company, sit down with their team, and get into the details of all of your product line over an extended period of time, because they're all sitting there eating lunch and they're enjoying it. So you can also use this strategy for your existing customers. All too often, we forget that our existing customers don't really care that much about us. They don't care about the new product or the new service that you just brought on that you think everyone already knows about. Guess what? They don't know about it. So if you have a client list, let's say you have a client list of 100 clients right now, okay? And each of them is spending $100,000 with you, okay? How can we get them from spending $100,000 to spending $200,000? Well, the first mindset that I want you to think about is, of those clients, if you have any new product or service that you brought on in the last 2 years, it's highly likely that they don't know that it exists. And it's for the following reasons. Either you've never told them about it, they forgot that you told them about it, or the number one element that people don't think about is turnover. The guy or girl that you told about your new product or service at that company has left, and a new person has come in. And so now all that effort you did is gone, okay? You need to continuously re-educate your client. And it's an element of BD, business development, that people don't think about, okay? The next tip is trade shows. I hear it all the time that trade shows are dead, trade shows are not a thing of the industry. I completely disagree. Trade shows are changing, absolutely. Digital strategies have completely changed trade shows. But if we just think about what's one of the most popular trade shows in the world, it's CES, okay, Consumer Electronics Show. That's a show only about high tech, okay? And myself as an electrical engineer, I would say I'm a tech guy, okay? My business is in an industrial technology company. Trade shows are core to our business development strategy. And it's for a number of reasons. Cost effectiveness. You have all your clients in one place. Not all, but a lot of the people from the industry are going to be in this one place. So it's way more cost effective to go to see everyone than to get in your car or get in an airplane or even get on the phone and try to see that many people in one time, okay? Also, people do business with people, especially in niche markets. Because a niche market is so identifiable, right? There's a trade show that's only about fabricating services, fab tech, or only about the plastics industry, right? Very, very specific trade show about the plastics sector. So if you're in plastics, get to that trade show, be there, be where the community of your industry is, okay? If you're interested about how to work trade shows, I'm going to do a very specific video on the strategies of how to be successful at a trade show. So like and subscribe if you're loving the content. Again, I'm here to help. I want to share my knowledge of the last 20 years running and growing a niche market business. And I think that you can too. You're going to be able to 10x your business by being part of the content that we're creating. Okay? Next tip, get in your car and drive around. Get on the road. You might need to fly somewhere and get in a car, but go and knock on doors. Not much is more powerful than being at your client's site, your customer's site. Get face-to-face meetings, and that means getting in your car and driving around. If you're in, say, the aerospace industry or the mining industry, very frequently, the clients of your sector tend to be located in a hub. You know, Detroit, hub of the automotive sector. You know, Seattle, hub of the aerospace industry. Miami, hub of the party and it's a great place to go hang out sector, okay? If you're in these kinds of industries, if you go to those locations and you go and see one client, guess what? I bet there's a lot of clients just in the neighborhood around. Start knocking on doors. The old school methods work. Put in the effort. A lot of it is about the grind. And if you're willing to do the work, I assure you the 10x opportunity that you want for your business is right there for the taking. Okay. And then on the digital strategy, what are you doing for your digital strategy? Are you engaging in social media? Have you built out your LinkedIn? Have you built out your Facebook? Have you built out an Insta? How about a TikTok, right? A lot of times we write off these different social medias. Well, I can tell you, I personally went to a trade show in Mexico City. I remember this was a funny story. I went to a trade show in Mexico City. I'm, small, medium show. I'm working the show. I'm wandering around. Guy says to me, I want to introduce you to someone. They're a large business here in Mexico for this niche market that you're working in. Come and take a look. So I go, I meet the people. And what does the owner of the company say to me? Of course I know you. I follow you on Instagram. I actually at the time thought that our Instagram was not a major channel to market for our type of business, for our niche. Well, I was proven wrong. So work all the different social medias. I'm a huge fan of LinkedIn, especially LinkedIn, just because of obviously the site the platform is specific to business, but everybody's on their phone all day long, every day, everyone. And anyone that says they're not, well, they're probably just not telling you the truth. So you need to be engaged in these platforms, and you need to think about how does your clientele base engage with the platform, and what type of social videos are you doing? Are you doing personal brand building? Are you doing very specific product videos? So if you're launching the product and it's really about the product, more like a digital brochure, I would call it. Or are you doing engagement videos that are about your business and just making your business kind of feel and give the emotional element that you want for your clients to see about your business, just to draw that engagement and keep you top of mind? If you can afford it, can you bring on a salesperson or a sales team? So often business owners are the salespeople for niche market businesses. I understand that we all have business budget constraints that we have to work within. But as you look at really wanting to 10x your business, just like every other element of your company, and we're going to talk about those too. If you're thinking about, operations and all of the back end sides of the business, if you're loving the content, we're going to be having videos all about that as well. So please make sure to like and subscribe and follow the channel. As you look at your company, if you can afford, or maybe you should put it as, I can't afford not to, bring on additional salespeople. It's really going to take your business to that next level. If you're the only salesperson and you're the business owner or you're the manager, right? And not 100% of your time is focused on sales and business development and account management, it's very challenging to get that traction to be able to engage the clients frequently enough to get the orders that you're looking for, to really go from those kind of surface orders, the smaller orders, to the really large, big orders that you're wanting to get for your business. Okay. And when we start to add salespeople to our company, then we're able to also branch out into new geographic locations without just trying to travel into an area and sell to an area, which does get you somewhere, but it doesn't really get you to where you want to be when it comes to actually building out an area to drive revenue to a 10x level. Okay. So as we look at that list, if you're thinking about, trade shows being a big thing, I'd love you to check out the video specifically on how to work a trade show and how to be very successful at that. So remember, it's BD that's going to drive your business, because your business starts with a customer. That's where business starts. It's solving needs for customers. Identify their pain point. Ask the questions, right? You need to be out talking with your clients, asking them about what their problems and challenges are, because that's what you need to sell into. If you can solve someone's problem, you're going to make a happy customer. Okay? So get out there and make sure to know their problems and solve them. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe to the videos. Please comment to the video with your best BD strategies. Let's start a community.